UK firms could be forced to pay up to £1.6 billion in compliance costs if Britain fails to reach an adequacy agreement with the EU, a new study suggests. The EU and the UK have resumed crucial talks in London this week, in what has been described as the last major opportunity to avoid a no-deal scenario at the end of December. The bloc's chief negotiator Michel Barnier is said to be offering to give Britain back 15 to 18% of the quota European fleets currently take from British waters. However, Downing Street is believed to want at least 90% return to the UK, something Brussels views as wholly unacceptable. While Brussels refuses to budge on its red lines, Prime Minister Boris Johnson appears to have agreed to keep Britain tied to European human rights rules. Mr. Barnier welcomed the move, announcing Mr. Johnson had finally accepted that future police and judicial cooperation must be underpinned by the European Convention of Human Rights. An agreement has been on the verge of completion for longer than a month since Lord Frost first signalled the UK would soften its stance. Britain had previously rejected EU demands to implement a commitment to retain membership of the ECHR into domestic law as the price for the Internal Security Pact. The ECHR is an international agreement drawn up by the Council of Europe and enforced by the Strasbourg-based European Court of Human Rights. As Brexiteers fear the result of the 2016 referendum could be betrayed, a new study sheds light on an area that has been somewhat overlooked during the talks. An adequacy agreement for data transfers between the two sides has not been reached yet, meaning British companies could be paying significantly more in compliance costs from 2021 onwards. The New Economics Foundation and University College London released a report that found UK firms could be forced to pay up to £1.6 billion if the UK fails to reach an adequacy agreement with Brussels that would allow data flows to continue as they are now. Such an agreement would be separate from the ongoing EU-UK trade talks. The report, based on interviews with more than 60 legal professionals, data protection officers, business representatives and academics, found that if an adequacy agreement is not reached, the average compliance cost for an affected micro-business will be £3,000, or £10,000 for a small business, £19,555 for a medium business, and £162,790 for a large business. The report estimates the total national figure from this could result in a cost of £1.6 billion.